In the 608 this morning, we have a preview of a pretty neat exhibit featuring some living works of art, all grown right here in the 608.
Oh yeah, Josh Breiter's live at the Olbrich Botanical Gardens this morning with that story. Josh, you having fun or what?
Oh my gosh, this is so cool, guys. Take a look at these bonsai trees in front of us this morning. We've got quite the setup, a little preview for you ahead of this weekend's big annual exhibit here at Olbrich Botanical Gardens. And right now we're going to learn a little bit more about kind of the history and uniqueness of these bonsai trees. Ron Fortman is with us this morning. Ron, I mean, these are really, really cool setups.
Well, thank you. What you're looking at over here is a Chinese elm. It's probably about 40 years old. And in the more traditional styling of a tree. And then in the center we have the Hinoki cypress. So it's a conifer, a little different, but again, more traditional styling. And then here on my left is a Ginkgo tree. And again, this was a urban collected trees. In other words, it was taken out of a landscape in somebody's yard. This used to be a 30-foot tall tree. And just to give you an idea, 12 years ago, that's what this tree looked like. It was about 4 foot tall. And this little sprout that you see here is now the top of this tree. So in 12 years, it's regrown all these branches. And that's one of our little tricks, as we say, as we go through a tree.
What's pretty cool is all these have their own little story, right? And they're all a little bit different.
They are. And the thing with the trees is, initially, yes, they have the same requirements. You know, they need water, they need light. But again, deciduous trees are a little different than conifers. And so we have to make sure that we learn when to fertilize them, when to do the pruning on them, and other things that are necessary. A lot of people think you keep your bonsai trees in your house. Well, typically we do not. All these trees are outside most of the time, except in our deep winters, then we'll have them in a cold storage or in our garage, because in a pot, it just couldn't survive outside, too cold.
So we've got about 30 seconds. How do you care for these trees, and how do you keep them alive? How do you keep them living?
Well, it's a daily thing. We watch that. Watering is the biggest challenge in bonsai. Unfortunately, 95% of the fatalities are usually related to poor watering habits. And so in the heat of summer, these guys are usually getting watered every day, if not sometimes twice a day. Now this time of the year, we maybe get off with maybe every other day. Again, it all changes, again, because they're outside. If it's a windy day, you gotta water more. If it's not, you don't. And so you gotta learn what each tree likes. We fertilize at certain times of the season. Right now in early spring, we don't fertilize. Here in the next couple of weeks, we'll be getting our first fertilization for the year, because we don't want our trees to push out all kinds of unneeded growth early in the year. So it's what we learn as you continue your practice in bonsai.
Well, Ron, we appreciate you teaching us a little bit about bonsai this morning. And this weekend is your opportunity to learn more as well, with the annual exhibit happening here at Olbrich Saturday and Sunday. I've got more information on the times and also when they're going to have some of those demonstrations up on channel3000.com. Chris and Leah, I know you had mentioned that this one was your favorite last half hour. I'm going to go the more traditional route. I think this one is my favorite. I just kind of like the curvature of the tree there. I think that's pretty neat and kind of unique.
I think they're so beautiful. Josh, can you buy bonsai trees at this event?
That's a good idea, or a good question. Can you buy bonsai trees at this event, or is this kind of more of learning a little bit more about them in general?
No, we can't buy because the park's trying to sell something.
Oh, yes, that's true. That's true. So, yeah. Hey, well, if you want to learn a little bit more, you can visit Ron's website. We also have Badger Bonsai Society's website up there, too, guys. There's some more information, too.
I got to find myself a bonsai tree. I'll be on the hunt.
I could see you with one of these trees, Leah.
I'll borrow one. That sounds good. Josh Breiter, thank you very much.
Hey, remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out on social media or email him for a chance to be featured.